Okay, hello and welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and in this class we are going to practice our English by answering questions, preference questions. What do we prefer? Okay, maybe practicing a little vocabulary from last class, and also I just have to say, for anyone who in the future will be taking a CAE, a TOEFL, an IELTS exam, any of these standardized English exams, I guarantee all of them have preference questions. So good practice for you. Okay, I will just be asking questions in a conversational style and letting you talk. Give me some good detail. Nice long answer if you can. A preference question is a style of opinion question, so I would like you to not just state your preference. Do you prefer juice or soda, carbonated beverages? Don't just give me an answer, I like juice. Actually, I would like you to tell me why you prefer what you prefer. So, all right, please give me supporting details and or examples in your answer, and then of course I will give you some feedback as to any grammar or vocabulary problems. All right, that's it. So let me do a quick microphone check, because you're all going to do a lot of talking, and then we'll get started. Anna, hi again.
Hi again, teacher. Nice to see you.
Thank you, and welcome back. And welcome back, Mustafa. Hello, hello.
Hello, teacher. Thank you.
Hello, hello. And welcome back, Iago.
Hi. Hi, okay.
Hi there. And Ilyana is back with us again today. That's terrific.
Yes.
Hi, Ilyana. How
Hello.
are you?
Good.
Good, good. Doing well?
Yeah. Your friend Mark sent you a hello.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to go wreck his life for him again. My friend Mark is another teacher here at Verbling, but he's also a good friend who actually lives only like a kilometer away. So, all right. Thanks for the message, Ilyana. All right. I'll make sure.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay. I'll let him know that you sent his message. Okay. Preference question. Preference questions. Anna.
Let's see.
What?
Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
If today speak much better than yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna try to start with nice, easy questions for you guys. Get into the feel here. I'll try. Okay. This is a very direct question. All right, Anna. Do you read or study or work best in silence or in a place with some background noise?
No, in silent, because I lost my concentration easily. So I need to study in my bedroom, where I have my desk, sitting in front of my computer. Studied very quiet. Anyway, I am normally distracted and a bit dreamy. So although I have silent, I can disconcentrate easily.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good job. Now, all right. A little feedback. Just like yesterday, talking about opinion questions, it's always best to start with a very clear, nothing complicated, clear statement of your opinion. So something like, I prefer silence, even if it's as simple as a 3-word simple sentence. I prefer silence.
Okay.
First
Okay.
of all, because blah, blah, blah. And it's a good idea to use signal phrases and signal markers when you speak in English. First of all, because, or the first reason is, one thing is,
Yes.
whatever. Even in informal speech, we do this to, help the listener. It's not really about your speaking level. Nobody cares when we're having a normal conversation. However, we do want our listener to understand us. So that's the idea.
Yes, I forgot, teacher. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean,
One question, teacher.
yes.
Can you give us an example of our answers, just in 3 sentences, for example?
Yeah, sure I can. All right, I'll take the same question. Do you read or study best in silence or in a place with background noise? Personally, it's an interesting question because nowadays I much prefer absolute silence. However, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I just couldn't or wouldn't study without a little rock and roll music in the background. For some reason, this attitude has changed over time. Now that I'm old and tired and my mind doesn't work as well, I need absolute silence in order to focus because I am easily distracted by the smallest sounds. Believe me, for example, when I'm teaching a class, I cannot stand it if there are noises going on. I lock myself in my office. As I'm teaching you now, I have my air conditioner on, even though I don't need it because it's a little white noise that drowns out the sounds from the street. So nowadays, although when I was younger I preferred to have background noise, I strongly just simply must have absolute silence. So there you go. My intro, I gave a little comparative. Well, I did a lot there. That was a little too complicated, really. I got carried away. Sorry. But, okay. I tried to talk about 2 different aspects to give a full answer. I tried to give an example. Basically, that's the idea. And I decided to give a small conclusion as well. You don't have to do all of that. I was giving you the full package. But, okay, back to Anna, a little feedback.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you were talking about you now, present simple tense. I have to have silence. Then you said I lost my concentration, but you're talking about now. So I lose my concentration. Lost is past tense. Okay, I lose my concentration easily, for example. Not I lost. And you said I normally distract. All right, I normally get distracted. It's a little collocation there. I normally get distracted easily. Now here, although it's possible to say I get distracted, we often are going to say I get distracted easily, or I get distracted by whatever we're distracted by. All right, and also lose concentrate should be lose concentration. Concentrate's the verb. Lose is your verb, so you lose noun, verb, noun. Lose concentration. Okay?
Okay, okay.
And that's it. And that's it. Okay. Mustafa. Okay. Mustafa, I'm going to do a little preference question, wide open preference, not just two things. A little tricky, maybe. Not really, but a little past tense preference. What was your favorite game as a child?
As a child. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. To be honest with you, I didn't have one preferred game, favorite game as a child. When I was a child, I was playing a different type of game. I was playing soccer game, for example, with my with my friends sometimes, and other times I play I played with my friend on bike, like biking, ride a bike and riding in the street. Crazy, kind of crazy. Mm, so maybe I was like my family was trying to keep me away from trouble and problems. That's why maybe I wasn't like interact a lot with people. I was focusing maybe on technology game like computer games, maybe for example, like Call of Duty shooting games, maybe other type of games on using like devices like as far as I remember, Sega, some of one name of it, and that was one of them. And I was playing using them, like bought a game from a market or from a shop, and they come back to my home right away and playing. Maybe invite some of my friends with me, maybe play with my with one who I know, something like that. So I hadn't have had uh, prepared game of those. So,
Okay. All right. So, fine. He didn't have a specific preference. Notice how Mustafa made that very clear right from the beginning. Okay. So, from his first sentence, I could predict what he was going to say. He was going to obviously talk about a few things that he liked, and he gave me at least a couple. Great. That's what I'm talking about, kind of introducing what you're going to say. Great. So it's not necessary to say I prefer this and pick one. Either way, he's still doing what I was suggesting, making it very clear what you're going to say. All right. Technology games. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Pronounce it however you want, but Sega. Is that what you're talking about?
yes, Sega, yeah. I'm not sure if I pronounced correctly or you have heard about it before.
No, no, no. No. We had Sega in America, of course. Yeah. Or I didn't. My friend did. I know what you mean. Okay. And I would play with one who I know. That was a little confusing. Using
Someone who
one.
I know.
There you go. Someone. I play with someone I know. It's not necessary to say play with someone who I know. Obviously, you don't really need to use a relative pronoun who for someone. It's really not necessary. So just play with someone I know. That's it. Because obviously, who is someone? Someone is who. It's not necessary to kind of repeat the idea. Someone is already kind of a pronoun. You know, it's a word that means one person. So then why would you say who? I don't know. It's a little not necessary. Okay, but that was pretty good, Mustafa. That was very good. In a standardized test like IELTS or whatever, that would get a very good score because it was very natural. He did a great job of
Yeah.
organizing his speech. It was good,
But I
actually.
forgot. I was trying to use like a phrase like long story short. But I forgot to use it. Okay, damn it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Iago, let me talk to you for a minute. Um, okay. Now, all right. All right. I need an easier one. Can't start you with something. I had one, but then I'm trying to give everyone an easy one to start with. Okay, here you go, Yago. All right. Well, maybe it's too general, so it's hard. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yago, what would be your dream job, and why?
Okay, my dream job nowadays in this moment is just to become a judge, because I want to be useful for people, and I like this kind of job where someone comes to you and say, okay, I need something, I have this problem, and you have to fix it. And for this reason, I like to be I would like to be a judge, because this thing you can feel yourself useful, and I think this I want a useful job in the society, and that's all.
Okay. All right. This was not terrible. And nowadays, okay, you said nowadays in this moment. Now, a couple things. First of all, it should be nowadays or at this moment or at this
Okay.
time. At. We use at for a specific time. So this moment is a specific time. At this moment, at this time. Okay, just at 3:05 in the afternoon, we always use at for a specific time. Even if we're talking, using it as a kind of a time clause or time phrase. Okay, maybe that seems redundant. Nowadays, at this time, really, you're saying the same thing. But believe me, trust me, in English, that's okay. It's okay. Natural English speech, native speakers do this stuff all the time. All right. Okay. So that's okay. All right. The one thing that was maybe not so great, because I don't understand what you said, Yago, it sounded like you want to be a jet. What do you want to be? I was confused.
A judge. Judge.
Sounds like a jet, like an airplane with big engines.
Yeah. No.
You want to be a jet?
No, a judge, a lawyer. Then you have in a process you have a lawyer, and then you have a judge. Do you understand me?
No.
No. Lawyer.
Yeah, I know a lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah, pues lawyer, and then
I think judge.
Yeah, a judge.
Judge.
Okay, judge. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, problem with the pronunciation. A judge.
Yeah. A judge.
Really? Do judges help people? I thought they just wreck people's lives.
I think
Sorry.
that where okay. Yeah.
Kidding. You want to be a good judge. You want to be fair. All right. Okay. I thought it was kind of fun if you wanted to be a jet. That's okay. My daughter, she's 3. She wants to be a dinosaur. It's okay. We all have our goals. It's okay. That's funny. A judge. Okay. Well, that's actually very interesting ambition. Are you working towards that ambition?
Yes, I'm studying to become a judge. So, and yes, but it's very hard because you have to study a lot. You have to study like 5 or 6 years when you finish your law degree, and it's very difficult. But I'm in the way, and I don't know if I'm going to get the job or not. But I'm trying. Yeah.
Okay. You're on the way.
On the way. Okay.
Yeah, not in the way. Again, sorry, I'm tired, but if you're in the way, that means you're okay. It's very funny because we have an expression in English, in his own way, meaning you're causing problems for yourself, or your path is obstructed by your own bad habits or something you do. So if you say, I'm in my way, it means that you have habits that are going to prevent you from doing this. So totally different meaning than you want to express. I'm on my way. Okay, very interesting. I don't know, where are you from, Iago?
I'm from Barcelona, from Spain.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. So in America, you can't be a judge unless you are a lawyer first. Judges all have to be a lawyer, have experience as a lawyer before they can be a judge. Is it the same in Spain or not?
Here is the same, but you don't need to have, you don't need experience, because you only have to finish your law degree, and then you have to pass a public exam to become a judge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
But
very
it's a
interesting.
very hard exam, so.
Okay, it's very interesting. All right, interesting. Okay, judges get appointed from a pool of lawyers in America. They're appointed, so you can't just. It's not like you can apply for a job. Nobody applies to be a judge. They're appointed by governors or a president or somebody. Interesting.
Okay.
Just interesting. So actually, that's fascinating to me. Nobody studies to be a judge in America. It's pointless, because you could be a lawyer all your life and no governor says, I want you to be a judge. Usually the judges come from the prosecuting attorneys, which work for the state, because then obviously they're already working for the government, and the governor or whoever would know them very well.
Here in Spain, you have the same exam to become a judge and to become a public prosecutor. It's the same exam. Then when you pass the exam, you can choose, okay, I want to be a judge, or I want to be a public prosecutor. It's a different way. Yeah.
Interesting. That's very interesting. And I'm sorry, I know we're off topic, but I need to educate myself as well. So there. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Make sure you're saying prosecutor, all right? Not persecutor. Okay. Because those are two very different words. A prosecutor is somebody who works for the state and attempts to put criminals behind bars to enforce the law. But a persecutor, for example, in Europe in the Middle Ages, some religious groups were persecuted by the Catholic Church. People were tortured and thrown in jail. So you got to be careful. Be very careful.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a persecutor.
No.
Like the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. Let's get back on track. Ileana, help me get my act back together here. Okay. Well, here's a good question that you should be able to give me some good reasons for. Ileana?
Yes?
Which do you prefer? The hustle and bustle of city life or the quiet of country life? If you had your choice. And it wasn't about money, okay? Let's not make this about money, but if you had a choice and you could, for example, make equal money in either place, which would you choose?
Yeah. As for me, I've made this decision 5 years ago for myself, and I chose country life. And now I'm quite happy with this decision. I live in a countryside and near Moscow, only 30 minutes to the city center. Yeah, and I feel myself very happy about it, and I can't imagine myself living in a big city. And actually, sometimes when I visit city center to do something or to meet some people, it makes me so very tired. It makes me very tired. Yeah, it's good to use. It's I forgot this word. So it's really hard for me now to be in a city center, to lose my I just lose my energy when I do it. So now I'm a totally countryman, country woman.
Yeah, woman, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. How far do you live from a major urban area? Did you say?
Yeah. From the edge of Moscow, is 10 minutes or 15 minutes drive. But from the city center, I think it's about 1 hour driving.
Okay.
Or sometimes less.
I really have to go to Moscow because I really don't understand what you people are talking about when you say, I live in the countryside, I'm 10 minutes outside the city. That, I just don't understand it. In America, if you're 10 minutes outside of New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Minneapolis, Chicago, Detroit, if you're 10 minutes outside of the city, you're in this, it's house. There may be some parks, but it's streets. It's basically still the city.
Okay. Now in Moscow region, it looks like a developing process. So now we are coming to the same situation. And now I live in the neighborhood. It's quite new. It's not more than 10 years since it was built. So all of this neighborhood also. But now, yes, it's a tendency to develop Moscow region now. But before, we have villages here, classic villages.
Right outside the city.
Yeah, and now we still have them.
That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I get very confused because being an American, if you drive from Boston, Massachusetts to Washington, D.C., you are never out of either cities or suburbia. Okay, suburbia where it's house. Countryside, for me as an American, where you can drive for a kilometer and there's no house, or there's just forest or a farm.
It's a normal thing for Moscow region.
Okay. And anyway,
you can drive along fields for 10 kilometers or more with no houses there. Well,
right,
maybe small villages for 20 houses, but it's not a city. You can't call it a city. It's a village with private houses with a lot of land. So, and between them you can see 10 kilometers or so more than 5.
But very close to the city. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting because that does not exist in America. I've never seen it.
I know. I've been in America.
Right, because the city's spread out. So you've been to America, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's called urban sprawl. They just kind of slowly spread out, and it's hard to tell when you're. It's hard. You can't say, "Oh, look, I'm in the city." You can't even tell, really. Who knows?
Because you are always in the city.
Basically, yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's interesting, but all right. Feedback for English. You visit city center. It should be the city center. Yeah, because there's only one. Now look. You can visit downtown. No, visit. Visit downtown, uptown. But if you're talking about an area where there's only one, we have to use the. So there can only be one center. the city center. The east part of town. There's only one east. There's not multiple east. So we have to say the. The business district. There's only one area generally in a city that's used, you know, for banks and finance. Financial district. The financial district. All right. So anyway, that's the city center. Okay. I like the way you started. Saying I recently made this decision. Da 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 da. We talked about this yesterday. You were using backstory. You were giving some history about it. That's great. That is a great way to think about what you want to say and to give to basically support your reason right from the beginning or your idea. That was great. You forgot the word. You said you lose energy. I have a word for you. How about draining?
Draining, like D-R-A-I, draining.
Yeah, that's it. Not it. It's draining. Oh, it is draining.
Draining for me.
Yep, that's perfect. It's draining.
Okay.
You can be
I
drained.
can say
of
visiting.
energy.
Can I say visiting a city center for me is draining?
Yes, or you
It's
can
really
say
draining.
that's even better. So it's always better to use modifying adverbs and adjectives. Or visiting city center drains me now.
Okay.
Drains me.
Like
Okay.
a verb.
Like a verb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Meaning that it uses up a lot of energy and emotion as well. It has the idea of both of those things. It makes you stressed out. Your emotions change because you're losing energy. So if you feel about it like I feel about it, then that's a great and useful word. Okay. Thank you, though. That was also very interesting. Okay, let me go back to Anna.
Okay. Okay.
Anna, all right. Something. All right. All right. A little more abstract. A question about your personality. Do you prefer? Do you prefer to shoot straight and be very direct, or do you prefer to be diplomatic and temper your words? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, teacher. My microphone was mute.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I preferred to being diplomatic with people instead of in other way. But what happens is normally people sometimes they shoot straight with me. Although I have a lot of passion, sometimes I feel hot under the collar. Is to be honest. So in this case, I am who can shoot straight against them, and I explode like a bomb. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was great.
I am sincere with my answer. Yes.
Okay. Well, good.
But is people told to me polite, I don't have any problem. I remember that my father normally took to me in a polite way, and he gave me good advice. and I always followed those advice. However, my mother talked to me in short and straight, and I've never followed her rules. It's true.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, all right, that was good. That was much better organized. Very clear where you're going. Very easy to follow. All right, that was you're definitely getting the idea as far as your organization. That was much better.
Okay.
Great improvement.
Okay.
Okay.
Today I don't feel very well, and I lost my concentration many times. In
Right.
this moment, it seems I speak a bit better.
There you go. Okay. Well, quite honestly, for you and everybody else learning English, it's very interesting. I myself am a language learner. I'm learning the language here in the Philippines, Tagalog. And I do know that sometimes when I just forget about learning language, when I'm too tight in trying to remember, I can't remember the words. I get frustrated. I frustrate myself. But sometimes if I forget about it, I don't think about it, or I'm distracted, I just naturally say the sentences and phrases and words without even considering what I'm saying, you know?
Yes.
Sometimes that works better, actually.
It happens in our own languages. It's true.
True. Good point. Okay, a little feedback. You prefer to speak diplomatically instead of the other way, and actually, if you can't remember a word, this is a good strategy. Instead of the other way, instead of the other one, all right, to provide a contrast if you can't remember what the other one is, or the word. The opposite of diplomatic speech, or speaking diplomatically, is speaking directly, or direct speech, normally, what we say. Okay. But on the other hand, you said people should be straight with me.
Okay.
You always need an infinitive form verb, present tense form verb without to. It's called the bare infinitive. After any modal, should, would, could, might, may. Almost, but not quite. You try to use an idiom. Shoot straight. Well, we can say shoot straight, or shoot straight from the hip. Shoot straight from the hip means to speak very directly and exactly what you think without really considering the repercussions. Pronunciation bomb. Don't pronounce the final B. Bomb.
Bum.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, and tell me polite, or talk to me polite. I can't remember which verb you use, but you mean talk to me politely, or tell me politely.
Okay.
Okay, politely, adverb modifying the verb, talk or tell.
Yes.
All right. And you followed those advice. Remember last class we talked about advice is always uncountable, so it can't be those advice. It can be those pieces of advice, or it can be that advice.
Okay.
Yeah, and there you go. Okay, but organization-wise, and the way you presented the information was great, and good. Good job. Great job.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, let me move on to Mustafa. Okay, Mustafa. All right, I'm going to ask you another general question, a little bit about your personality, maybe. Mustafa, do you consider yourself to be a traveler or a homebody?
A homebody, you mean introvert, right? Introvert?
That may be an aspect of it, but not directly. A homebody, just likes to stay at home. They like to be at home.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. Mm.
Okay. Okay. Well, both choices are great, but if I have a chance to travel, I would travel. I would like to travel. I like traveling a lot. I have traveled 2 times before, and it was a great opportunity to see the world. And in my opinion, I think when you travel, you explore a lot of things, and your mind is like you see a lot of things, and your mind like expand, and you would have like a lot of chances to explore and expand your experience maybe, and communicate with people with different culture, and get to know them better maybe. For example, like when I went to United States one time, I wasn't have like any idea about them, or it was like a shallow idea. But when I went there, like I discovered the reality of people there. Um, so it is a great opportunity. On the other hand, like if you mean by the other one, like being in home, I prefer to stay at home. If going outside could make trouble for me, so I prefer to stay at home. For example, like it was like a risky situation, or that would make like a problem for me going outside. I would prefer to stay at home maybe, and maybe contact through virtually, like through the internet and a lot of social media. Like nowadays, we have a lot of social media. So this is basically my answer.
Okay. All right, Mustafa. Sometimes you need to slow down your delivery. You speak fast, and although sometimes it's okay, here's the deal. Sometimes it's hard to understand you because when you say, for example, multiple syllable words, content words, words with actual meanings, nouns, verb, adjective, adverbs. All right, so for example, social media. Notice I don't say, you say social media. I don't, what? Social media. I slow down when I have content words together. All right?
Okay.
Slow down the pace. Your pace stays the same the whole time. You speak like this the entire time, and you're speaking this at this speed roughly, and you don't stop speaking. And I can hardly ever hear any punctuation in your voice because you keep talking like this. This is about the speed that you speak. I don't know where you're breathing from. Your ears? Okay. You gotta at
Yeah.
least acknowledge the punctuation, and also recognize in English we have content words and function words. When we have many content words or important words in a row, we actually slow down our speech. So speech will actually go a little faster, and then it will slow down. You don't ever do that, Mustafa. You speak at the same pace. And it's a little bit, sometimes, here's the problem. If I miss one phrase you said, I'm back thinking you. What did he just say? Oh no, now he just keeps going. I can't catch up. What did he just say? I'm always listening to you thinking backwards. Okay?
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
don't be shy about slowing down to emphasize a point. We slow down to make that point understood by the listener. And then we speed up when we have something unimportant to say.
Teacher, we
Okay?
don't have time. We don't have time. We have 2 more students.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, that was the most important thing, okay, really, that you need
how,
to.
how, how was my grammar? How was my structure
I,
organization?
I think your organization was good, but also your connection's not the best, so that was another problem, but obviously that's not you. Did you say your mind is like sand?
No. Who says
Okay.
that?
I thought you said it, but I don't know what you said. Because your mind is like sand. Okay. I couldn't understand some of your phrases. They were just too fast.
Yeah, you know what? I used to hear like Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins, like he's talking too fast. In my language, also my native language, I am talking too fast. You cannot like catch me. It's yeah. It's like a truth, and it seems like I infected that to English language as well.
Most people do. Most people don't change their pacing when they move from one language to another. That's a fact, actually. Okay. Anyway, that's something I think you really need to work on. You're obviously improving your grammar skills and your vocabulary is increasing noticeably. This is one thing that you got to deal with at some point. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Iago. All right.
Hi.
Okay, Iago. Preferences. I like this one. Where do you live again?
Barcelona. Yeah.
Oh,
Spain.
great. What's your favorite place to take out-of-town guests? Where do you prefer to go? Where are you going to take me if I come visit you in Barcelona?
But in the city or outside?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Whatever you prefer. It's a preference question, so.
Okay. If you come here to Barcelona, I want to. Bueno, I would. I would go with you. First of all, I want that you can see the Sagrada Familia. It's a very big temple here or a very big church here, and it's very famous. It's called Sagrada Familia, and it was made or it was built by a very important person here in Barcelona that it's called Antoni Gaudí. And then here in Barcelona you have a lot of things to do. You can go. For me it's a very nice city because you have mountain in one part, but in the other part of the city you have the sea, you have all the beaches, but they are not very clean. But maybe we can take the car and we can go far away, like 15 kilometers or 20 kilometers, where you have more beautiful beaches, and then and here in Barcelona you have a lot of things to do. But if you want, we can go outside the city, where we have a very beautiful place that it's called Montserrat, that it's a very big mountain with a temple on the top of the hill, and for me it's the most amazing thing here near Barcelona. So if you want, you can come here and.
Okay. All right. Well, terrific. Well, thank you for that. That was great. But all right. Iago, let me talk to you a little bit about conditional sentences, just basically if sentences. So if you come here, okay, so if you're going to use if you come, present tense, then you have to use I will take you here. Okay, since it's actually, I'm not, well, maybe I'll go, I don't know, but since I said it as a hypothetical, imaginary, you have to say if you came here, notice past tense in the if clause, I would take you to, like that. All right? Two conditionals. Depends on you, the speaker. If you think it's a real condition, if you come here, all right, then you use present tense and will. I will take you to. And if you think it's imaginary, not likely to happen, if you came here, I would take you to. You use past tense and would.
Yeah,
okay?
I have to review conditional phrases there.
Yeah. Okay. You had them backwards. But okay. And also, just like what I was telling Mustafa, All right, and then this goes for if there happens to be any native English speakers. We do the same thing. I know, and I don't care who you are. We all do this. When you told me the name of the place, Sacra Familia or whatever. Look, just what I was telling Mustafa. You've got two content words, and it's a name. When you say names, slow down. Names of places, names of people. And English speakers are just as guilty. We all do this. Have you ever met somebody from Japan? I mean, Yago?
No, no.
No. Okay. Well, this is how they all introduce themselves. Hello, Mr. Yago. I am glad to meet you. My name is Hakashigami. They say it so fast that it's hopeless. There's no way in 1,000 years you could ever understand what they're saying. And you just did the same thing when you gave me the name of this place. We all do it. This is not really about English, but I was just giving you an extreme example. But when you give names, slow down. When you give names to foreigners, be kind, be nice, slow down with the name. Because we're interested, we want to know the name, but because it's familiar to you, you tend to say it very fast. But we'll never catch it because it's brand new information. But that's that's advice for everyone in the world, not just this class. Everyone, English speakers included. Okay. Mountain. Mountain. Not mountain. First syllable stress. Mountain. Okay. Pronunciation. But that's it. Otherwise, all right. That's great. And you know what? I would love to go to Barcelona. I've heard so much about it. Seems like such a great place with so many things to do nearby. Okay. Got to give Ilyana a chance here. Ilyana?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. What do you want? Hard question? Easy question?
In the middle.
In the middle. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll give you a hypothetical too, because I like. Let's work off what we just learned with Yago. Ilyana, what's your perfect dream vacation spot? What is your ultimate vacation spot if you could choose one? Barcelona.
Yeah, it's one of them. Let me try to imagine that.
Yeah.
If it was best vacation, I wish it to be on the beach. I'm not original on it, and I wish it will be beach holidays, doing nothing, just spending your time on a beach, swimming, having good food, and what else? Drinking wine, playing with kids, and something like this. Reading or playing beach volleyball. I think it would be a great vacation. But just for one day, because I don't like beach holidays, but now I feel myself like I need it.
Okay. You don't like beach holidays? What? I'm confused. Okay. All right.
Usually I don't like it, but now I feel myself like I need it. That's why I dream about this kind of vacation now.
All right. Okay.
But usually I prefer an active holidays, like hiking or cycling, forest. something like this.
Ah,
But
all right.
now I dream about beach holidays.
Okay, so you just want to kick back, or we could say, all right? Here's a slang kind of phrasal verb. You'd like to just kick back and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, you normally take holidays where you do some kind of activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I see. Okay, in regards to your English, I wish it will be. Okay, all right, if you're talking about the future, you hope it will be. I hope it will be sunny this weekend so that I can do something fun. I wish it would be sunny this weekend. Notice what I'm doing. I use a hypothetical would, but kind of past tense. I wish it would be. I wish he would go away. I wish it was sunny all weekend.
Okay, past tense
Right.
in the second
We
part.
use past tense to make it hypothetical, to show that it's hypothetical. When we use I hope, we're saying this is what I think right now. So there's a more hypothetical nature to using wish. Okay. Having a good food. I think that's what I heard. Not sure, but of course food is uncountable, so you can't use a. Having good food.
Having good. Mm-hmm.
Having good food, eating good food, maybe even better. Okay, and you didn't want to drink wine with the kids, right?
Yeah, I know. It sounded strange.
Well, it sounded. Actually, it was okay. It's just that you said those things right near each other, you know.
Yeah.
Drinking wine and playing with kids. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. It was just an unfortunate co-location of ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But otherwise, all right. Very good. Okay. And good. All right. It's a good idea to make it clear if you feel that way now, you felt that way in the past. Okay, is this a temporary feeling? Many of you express these ideas when you're giving a preference. That's a good idea to make it clear. You always prefer it, or you prefer it right now? Lately, I've been thinking. Recently, I feel like I need to kick back like that. Okay, thanks a lot, everyone. I am out of time. Time for dinner for me, so I'll see you guys again soon, and
Yeah.
have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.